Okay. So I need to invert this. So when stage is 0, we don't want anything lit. When stage is 1, we want number 5 lit. Stage is 2, we want 4 and 5 lit. Okay, interesting. Must have lost the internet for a while there. Okay. I think I've streamed again though. Right. Oh, this was so easy a second ago. So let's say stage is 0, write nothing. So I think it could be something like stage is 0. That. Stage is 0. We have 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 is not bigger than 5. It may have to be a 4 actually, or an equals. So when stage is 1, that's a 4 on the right hand side. 0, 1, 2, 3 will be wrong, but 4 will come on. Right, I think that's it. Let's try that out, and let's flip the order, the blink, again, just to get it going from the bottom to the top. I have a little bit of confidence in that. Okay, let's flash that. And I do not like streaming to YouTube. It's just not easy to get going. Nor very helpful when it says there's a problem. Got a white screen here. Interesting. I guess I don't turn the top screen off when it's finished. Ooh, that was a nice run. Lovely, lovely. But this top bit's not this top bit's just doing the last step. Right, I'm going to get to the bottom of this one. Draw top screen. Turn off flash. Oh, it's flash and explode. Splash screen start. So that's what I want. I want to draw 7. Although that's on the update. So what's the actual draw top screen function? There it was. Draw top screen 7. So that's a flash. Display number 8. So I think display stage, where is that used? Update, Switch display stage. So I want 7. Ah, that's interesting. Man, I'm confused to hell here. Display stage. So what's... So I want this. I want to draw 8. Draw 8, but display stage needs to be a 7. I think that is not intuitive at all. But that's what you get when you write it quickly and you don't think about it, and then leave it for a year, and you completely forget what you've done. All right. Come on, VS Code. Sorry, I'm flicking between screens and stuff just to see what you guys see. All right, so we get initialization, get our flash, we get a nice little thing at the top. Brilliant, that's it, I think. So we could check the touch display works before putting it all together, which I think is probably a good call. So what I need to do is unplug this. Annoyingly. Alright, pop that to one side, and then put this. My awful little debugger can work here. Pop that in, and need to power it up. Right, so let me switch you back to my desk. Okay, we get everything coming on again. Let me see that. Hopefully you can see the screen as well. The light might be too bright and reflective on it. Certainly is on that. Let me prop that up just so it's a bit... What can I prop this up with? I'll put that way, maybe. There you go, at least that's visible for you now. Right, so if I pull the modules, so that's fine. Initialize a game. Okay, so it does a reset on that screen. And I get the initialization message back. Memory doesn't need any edge work, so that's fine. Doesn't need manual, so that's fine. I can send the edge work and the serial just in case. And then I can hit game start. And there we go, look at that. We've got the top display, we've got the buttons here, and we can play, and this doesn't have the brains to actually track the strikes in the game, so I can guess what the correct number is without fear of failing, but you can see the lights are coming on. Oh, that actually reset. So it doesn't track strikes, but it tracks whether you make a mistake, clearly. So I can't remember the rules off the top of my head, so this is not going to go very well. No. Right, let me get the rules up quickly before I keep talking. It's been a long time since I played this game. Right, so memory. Let's have a look. So we've got a 3, we need to press 1. We've got a 2, same position, so it's 3. We've got a 3, which is the button in the 3rd position. We've got a 2, button in the 1st position. Then a 2, the same label you pressed, so it was that one. And there we go, we've got all the green lights, we've got the top indicator, and then this stays on like in the game, but you can't press anything, it's all idle. Perfect, so it's all working, displays work, the LEDs work, touchscreen works, perfect. So now just the assembly, which I can mostly do. I may not do the gluing tonight because it's quite late, but we can check the acrylic, and that was one of the key things I wanted to do with the lights on. Right, so I've got 2 choices for the acrylic. I've got, so you can see here the plastic that will be used when it's built. So this is going to have a little thing on the top that's been absolutely blinding the camera. It doesn't look too bad in real life, but that goes on top. So we've got 2 bits of acrylic to use here potentially. I'm not sure what. So just like the button module, I can use frosted. And that is still absolutely blasting my camera out. Let me change the exposure. So I'll just help you see that a bit more. Exposure. I'll turn the brightness down, I think. Can't do exposure, unfortunately. Man, that is still absolutely blowing the camera out, though. I'm not sure I can do anything like that, unfortunately. Right, but that's one option. So I can use a diffuser. So the problem with that is, let me just grab. I grab the button module. Hopefully you can see on this camera. So I've got this same acrylic here. It's like a cloudy white, basically. And there is reflective stuff inside just to help the light channel out the top. But you can see that with this light coming down, it's really bright inside. Not quite as bright to the eye in person, but you know, it looks quite light. So I don't know. It's not dark like you'd expect. So the alternative is I have a black tinted, imagine like in a car, black tinted acrylic, and that will obviously dim it. And if you put that over imagine putting that in the button, it would look quite a dark cavity in there with the light. The problem is that's not diffuse. You can see quite clearly the round LEDs behind it, so it's not going to kind of pop the entire little box. So it could be I use the frosted with a black film. I'm not sure. I'm tempted to go with a frosted because I don't know. I think having it diffuse is better than having it dark, but that's the one thing I need to cut out before finishing the assembly. But basically, if I unplug this, this is really tough to get off. It's not meant to be plugged in without the box. But I mean, the rest of this can be assembled pretty easily. I mean, I've left plenty of holes. The ink display sits in there. That carriage sits in there, and then this goes on top. And I've got a bunch of bulbs as well. So this LED does need to be glued in. We can have a quick see what that looks like if I just unplug everything. Man, these connectors are a pain to get in and out. go. I'm going to pull the wires out of these things as well. Thank God they chew your fingers up. Oh, come on. There we go. A few more. My God, wish I'd stuck with the DuPont connectors. They might have slipped out, but man, at least you could pull them out. Oof. There we go. Right, so I can keep the LED one in because I've got DuPont ones here, so I can pull these out. In theory. There we go. So, can essentially take this LED, glue it in place here. Let me just see which way around this is. So yeah, I can push that in. There's my LED ready. Let me get a bulb as well, actually, me as well. Where'd I pop my bulbs? Where did I pop my bulbs? There they are. Right, this might need shaving down a bit, it's a bit sharp. When you print a few of these at the same time, they don't get the nice peaks. Plastic seems to sag a bit. And then it becomes really sharp actually. I'm worried that people are going to scratch themselves on that. So push the LED in, can push the bulb in, quite a tight fit, but it will go in. Eventually anyway. A very tight fit because I didn't really want to use glue on this. I just wanted it to push in and stay in, and that's certainly not coming back out. Right, so pop the LED in with the output down, and I will glue that in because that is not it's not a push fit. Well, it sort of is, but I don't trust it. Then we get the LED carriage. Feed this through, bend the wires a little bit so it fits. Fits in like that, perfect. That's quite a tight fit. You can screw that in and bend that round. Hopefully that's the right way around as well. It is! Excellent, so that'll slot right in. The other half of this cable can be plugged in later on, so that lights all our LEDs. And then we should be able to slot these through the right hand side. The left hand side was for the prototype, which used the other connector on the board. But I don't want to use that because it was easier to make the connector on the right hand side work. So that slots in there, that just sits there. Nice and simple. It is, oh, it's popping back up again. This LED is not sitting in, like I said, it's not really push fit. There we go. And then the last one goes on the top. Sits in the cradle. Doesn't want to sit in the cradle. I need to bend some of these wires just to make room, I think. But that should sit there. No, those wires aren't really in the way. That's fine. Turn it back over. Right, so that sits in there. And then what you do is, that's push fit. So that keeps that in position. So you're going to have a pretty bad glare there actually. That goes on top. The acrylic spacers will sit in the black cradle, and that's bolted in place. And then this way, that sits on top. That gets bolted in from the front, so you can see the bolts just like in the game. And there you go. It's built. The PCB needs to go on the bottom, construct the box around it, and then that pops on top. But that's it really. So apart from the acrylic and getting the rest of the box printed, which I don't think I've actually got at hand, it's done. It just needs plugging back in, and then it should work with the game. So nearly there, apart from some printing and some cutting, job's done. Right, I think that's all for today, as it's far too late to get done any printing or cutting done. So I'm happy with that though. That's a good result for today in terms of the module working. Had a few hiccups and got suckered into the refinement of the LEDs in the corner, but no, really happy with how that is. You know, I just want it functional, which is the important part. And then the assembly is kind of the final bit, doing a bit of gluing and cutting. Colouring and sticking. Easy. Right, so I don't have anywhere to put this because it's all a bit too constructed. So let me just pull it apart a little bit. Just got to push this screen up and it'll come out again. That LED is gonna keep jumping out. But yeah, there we go. We're all set for this module. Right, and next, what will I do? I've got complicated wires fairly close to being done. And keypads, I could get the second keypads module done too, although that is a lot of difficult soldering and wiring of the LEDs again, but all very doable. Okay, let me just store this stuff. Alright, and there we go. One satisfied customer. But yeah, I've got two button modules, I've got the timer, I've got two wires modules, two Simon modules all done. Keypads, one's almost done, just needs a little bit of gluing to do, and the other one needs some more wires doing inside. And then we've got one of the memories done, which is probably enough for now. I could probably get another memory module going pretty quickly if I did a bit more printing and a little bit more soldering, but I'd rather get something else done. So something like complicated wires, which is mostly printed, it just needs a bit of soldering to do, and venting gas, which needs a couple of shift register boards doing, which has been holding me up. The rest of the stuff's unfortunately a bit more difficult because I've got more complicated PCBs to make for it, or need to start the designs on it like maze. I've got all the electronics working for that, but have not made any start on the design, unfortunately. But yeah, there we go. So that's it for tonight. Maybe if I get memory done, I'll do a quick video just showing that. But actually, I'm starting to get enough stuff that I can maybe do a full video with the case, slot the modules into the case and play a mini game, which would be a nice demo rather than just one module at a time. But yeah, there we go. Catch you later, but nice to share the updates as I go to you know, avoid having to do a full video. You can kind of see me build it. You see how slow and painful it can be. But there we go. See you soon.